Or
So
we're gonna hop into game here. Varus gonna be rocking the cleanse. Summoners, nothing really out of place. Nomadic gonna be rocking Ghost on Vladimir, and with the one other thing that's probably worth noting is the teleport on Nidalee.
yeah, I mean, we saw it used a little bit earlier, although we saw some crazy things earlier with double teleport, at least from GG Ice's team. But they're not going to be rocking that this time, so maybe Nidalee will be able to get on there. They'll be able to use their split push a little bit later on in the game. But for right now, let's see how they start this up. Let's see if one of these teams wants to be aggressive, make a move, or if they're just going to start this one off pretty gentlemanlike and just take their buffs. But I have a feeling that that might not be the case. And of course, pause to start it off. Apparently they don't strategize before the game starts. They strategize as it starts.
They're gonna quickly go to stream, make sure there's check for ward placement. Oh wait, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't exist. A, because we're not that far into the game, and B, each of these games have refs that sit directly behind each team.
Yep, it's like LCS style, yo.
Yeah, we are.
It's like we have our own right Tizza's like fanboying behind the players. I don't know if anybody caught that picture, but there's a Twitter picture of Curse St. Vicious was playing, and then Riot Tizza was actually standing behind him and had like the biggest poop-eating grin, I guess, if you will, behind him. It was like almost like getting ready to massage his shoulders, but luckily St. Vicious threw him aside. His bodyguard ran in, and they cleared that one up. But yeah, should be a good one here. And now we're gonna see the run towards the bottom, and they might hide on this crest. We'll see what they actually do. They might ward and then hide in that crevice, which I have seen them do before, but no, it looks like they're just going to jump down here. Pretty early, not charging down mid like they did last time. Previously, we saw both teams run towards mid, and it looks like it's going to be invade on red. And J4 actually heading up that way towards this mid lane. And no, just pings. So just a spread out from both teams, just trying to protect out here. They send Caitlyn bottom to spot out as well. Interested to see if she actually throws down some early traps. Hasn't done it yet, at least. So
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Vlad running up the safe way. So yeah, both teams just gonna play this one. Nice and easy. Don't want to make mistakes at this stage of the game, and just gonna allow each other to both start off and let the better team win. Again, this is game 2. If we do see better carry Panchie pull off a win here, we will go to a game 3. Or if Clasik closes this one out, which Tsunami said he hates game 3s, then it will come true and he will be able to take home some prizes. But either way, both these teams are going to go home with some sick prizes. I think it's either Siberia headsets or mechanical keyboards, so plus Riot support. So either way, you're going to be making out like bandits. So we'll see how this one actually does end up, and we'll see some help here for J4, some pretty heavy help. And for both sides, look at the traps down, team traps. Saw this comp earlier, but that's a lot of traps across mid and down at least in that bottom brush on that corner. And we're gonna see golems done for Caitlyn Tark. Gonna try to get that early advantage and try to do this one big, so they'll have a little bit of an early advantage on there, and that maybe that'll stifle this early cheese lane. But I'm still interested to see how this one goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious too. Although right now off the top, some quick harassment.
Oh wow, he's going in on this one. That trade pretty even so far, at least from both sides. Varus with Doran's, both of them actually with Doran's blade and heals to boot, so they'll be able to stand up a little bit in here.
Yeah, no Ignite here in the bottom lane to go against Soraka, and the only Ignite they have on the team is Renekton, so should be interesting how they plan to deal with that. There's always Morella Nemicon that they can purchase later on. That could come out of Nidalee. I wouldn't be shocked to see that at some point. But dealing with these heals is going to be...
Oh, wow. Actually, it does take down that ward. Third hit does go... Just toying with their emotions a little bit down there. Going to keep that buff control, and they do have a pink ward down there. They've actually done a pretty good job to get Nasus in there, but they're too far pushed up, so Nasus is actually not going to make a play on that bottom lane, and this early cheese presser not working out. They've actually dealt with it pretty well. And here, though, Jafar getting pretty deep in the enemy jungle, actually going to hop over, start wolves while Nasus is doing raids there. So good little aggression by him getting in the enemy jungle. And now going to work his way up towards this top. We see Renekton blue pill back after putting on some early pressure onto DV Nomadic.
And it looks like Renekton did base, does have a ward, is going to see Jarvan. This is going to let the other lanes know that, hey, Jarvan is top. If you're pressuring bot lane, which they're doing here, keep it up. And so far, I mean, it seems to be working. They're got, I think an experience at this point. They're slightly ahead in experience. Varus and Soraka is slightly behind, mainly because this Team Panchie and Tekken have been so diligent in pushing these groups.
Oh, there's that armor buff coming in. They're turning this one around, getting a lot of damage on the turnaround. Look how low Panchie's getting here. Has to pull barrier. Now they're trying to turn this one. Pull the barrier, just misses after that flash. But first blood actually going to go to Roshan, and they're going to pick up another kill onto this Nasus, catching him in his own jungle. Huge trades there. And again, have to give props to these supports doing some good work for their team. But in the end, it looks like the betterness is going to go to Roshan and Imlot. I mean, those guys have been clicking all game. And another quick, not quite as early as last games, but still an early trade in favor. And just Roshan and Imlot proving out that they are the better bot lane for these trades. And I mean, this is the game these guys want to play. They don't want to sit back and just farm up. They want to get in these trades and make these plays. And almost outplayed there, but yeah. Bot lane, the probably best bot lane here. I guess they just proved it right there.
Yeah, so Soraka's gonna back.
They won to prove it. There's still the pop-up. It's going to be followed up here. The pull-in actually does miss a little bit short. Flashed out by Eliminate, so Eliminate going to be able to get out of that one. And Pneumatic so far, he's actually dealt with this top lane very well. Actually, just has a lot of health pots. Renekton has his red pop, but hasn't really used it. Hasn't gone fully aggressive, and I mean, I have to, Pneumatic's actually getting a pretty good ride here, although now finally pressure's coming in, although it has a lot of minion support there. Just going to help protect him a little bit in that trade.
Yeah, Eliminate just kind of been under pressure this entire game, or sorry, this entire early laning phase. Is definitely going to be looking to pick up a blue buff here in about a minute and a half. This got him into trouble last time. The stun on Lod. But that is that Celestial Blessing. Has a really cool effect. I don't know. I think that's it's almost a selling point for that Battle Soraka.
Yeah, I mean the shield's coming up as well as the heal. Really helps out that trade as well. Even after they get shredded, so a pretty decent counter, and with that early advantage, feeling pretty good. Both carries actually with the same item build pretty much at this point. Just straight up here, and now they actually have J4 rotating down there, but they do have the ward at that Tri-Brush there. Do see it out, and he's just going to rotate up out of here. Was hoping maybe to go fishing a little bit, but unless they can bait him into another aggression, wouldn't really have been able to pull it off in that trade. So you're going to see him back off. Eliminate, getting to farm up on his Lonesome in here in mid, catching up to Diana. Diana coming back with that double Doran's Ring, which we've seen a lot of from her. Just makes her tanky, helps her get to that next stage, the stopgap Rod of Ages, if you will, so you can get to that next big damage item. And we're seeing him work down. Again, Peacemaker crossing the team. The heal DF and slow coming in.
So they're going to bait out the Blessing, and the question is, are they going to try and turn on to Roshan? While that Blessing is down, I think the Taric stun... Uh-oh.
Oh, Vlad wants to go in on this, but the ult is going to be able to come in, and that should be able to protect him a little bit, although the damage is coming. DB Park running for this one. Expect he should be able to escape on this one. Is pretty close. Gets him low. But not too bad in the end. Going to be able to probably just be backed off out of this one, although has no health pots in here. Popping damage to Kim, and there it is going to be. He's going to use that stun to get the kill, and he does it. Very nicely done. And right now, Alex is jumping in his seat. Loving DV Park. Loving those plays.
Yeah, I mean, basically knew that he could charge up the stun. The pool has such a long cooldown that he could just come back, hit him with the stun, and have him do enough damage. Did have to burn Flash for that, so we'll see if he does get potentially punished for that. Renekton does have Slice and Dice to use as, both in engage and disengage. So we'll see if Jarvan ends up making his way back into top lane to deal with Renekton. Renekton's all going to be on cooldown. Wow, really short cooldown. Should be up probably by the time they meet each other in lane again.
By the time he waddles his way back up top here. Might be taking a detour, it looks like, as his lane's pretty push up, but nope, he's going to head through the jungle. Up here, looks like J4 working onto that red buff. Meanwhile, Eliminate taking a lot of aggression in here. Should be able to heal up back through that one again. Still has that blue buff, so should be fairly safe. And again, just kind of extending out this landing phase. No one getting a huge advantage anywhere quite yet as far as CS goes. Pretty much just even. A couple kills apiece.
And Renekton, or sorry, not Renekton, but a pick coming out here from Vladimir. I don't know if this is because he felt he's behind or if he's actually going to build that into something important. To my knowledge, it doesn't build into Zhonya's.
No, it doesn't. So, but I think really what he's doing is just he knows he's pretty safe up here, at least as far as stuff is going. So he's just going to stack up some gold, possibly put it into another item pretty soon. But overall, doesn't have to worry about it so far. And then we can see the aggression getting turned back on. Silence actually going on to Panchie, but Panchie just auto-attacking back out of this one. But there's that quick heal from Roshan. Going to put Laud back to full. And they're just going to keep rinse repeating this. Caitlyn's still chugging a lot of health, or her last health pot here.
And we still haven't seen Varus tag that ult yet. Good harass here by DB Park. Bounces just on the edge of that turret. Does not take any turret shots.
Again, something maybe that Riot might take a look at in the future, at least to make, a lot of people crying the turrets don't give enough advantage. But there's a lot of ways to actually poke people around turrets. That seems a little too close, but yeah, we'll see.
So Roshan is level 6. Might be interesting to see what happens if Vlad and Renekton go toe to toe again. I think that Soraka ult might come into play.
Well, you know what? There's no word in the Strybush, so J4 is going to be able to come down here. They won't know this is coming in. Pneumatic starting to get out of max square, and there is the Cataclysm in there. Flash out, and Tekken's going to have to give up the body possibly here as Laud wants to run this down. Poking in there. He's going to try to get back underneath turret, but not long for this world. It looks like Tsunami's actually going to be able to pick up the kill, and Ace of the Hole comes in. The flash by Roshan will save as it peds away, and Panchie just very, very low there. Looking
literally teleport coming in there.
And that's that's where the advantage in that is. Nice little juke in there. Varus trying to rotate down, maybe to throw in some damage. Nearly going to get that speed buff though out of there, but the heal coming in from Soraka might be able to save it. It looks like it is going to be able to do it, and it's taking lots of damage underneath turret. The banana's flying, although NASA's waiting in the wings. Haven't seen a lot of him actually, besides that early death. Otherwise, he's pretty much been MIA. Finally see an appearance from down there, but Eliminate getting pretty aggressive there, and just nice defensive posture from Team Clasik. They're really good at that. We saw the same thing when they played Triumphant Rise. Triumphant Rise had 3 of them low, was trying to chase them down, and really couldn't seal a kill after that, after they felt like they were pretty sure with their mobility and their Nidalee Spears they would be able to get them. So just really good play from them. But it looks like now that they've backed off and realized low, smart play coming in for Panchie. They're going to be able to take down this bottom turret.
Yeah, they've already rotated their bot lane into mid, so they can use that to start shutting down Diana and possibly push that mid turret. They took that early bottom turret. We wouldn't be surprised to see them collapse. They're definitely going to want to get some wardage here for dragon control, which neither team has, really.
Yeah, just a lot of wards downriver, but Flag going to be coming back finally with that Hextech Revolver and get up towards that prime max cooldown on Q, so you can actually sustain up a lot against this pressure that's going to be coming from DB Park.
Nice damage. Good burst, good poke.
They have a lot of poke.
Should send Tsunami either to Wolves or back to base. And right now they're going to set up a siege. Eliminate does not have blue buff, but just sitting on tier. And here we go. One good spear could send Diana packing. Or even better, could pick up Tsunami.
Right now, again, the trades coming in, and all the spells from Soraka coming in here onto Laud, and that trade puts both of them about half, comes out full. That's pretty dirty right there. With no other support, it looks like they're losing these trades pretty hard now at this point. BF sword advantage going to Varus in these trades. And there we go, sees the kill, comes in on Eliminate, and strikes. Tsunami going to back this one up, and they're probably going to try to take this mid turret. Looks like Nasa's going to try to respond quickly enough to save it. We'll see if he actually is in time, but it looks like he's not going to be. And again, DB Pneumatic, he kind of plays these champions too, like Singe, where he gets behind a little bit early, but then just kind of finds that groove spot where he can sustain up there and keep playing it out. And so far, it's working out for him. He's not actually that far behind as far as CS goes. And Renekton, even though he's itemizing for him, isn't really that far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that Soraka ult came into play as well. They said, hey, we can dive if we need to. Diana, shield, plus Soraka ult. Really all the damage they needed. Nidalee just got popped. It looks like this bot lane turret is about to go down.
Yeah, the problem with Nidalee at least near a turret is there's no brush for you to run into and get move speed. You're not that elusive, at least in the spot that she was in right there. So good recognition and good killer instinct coming in. We've seen it all game pretty much, or all tournament from Dystopia. So nicely done. Again, the poke coming in, that turret very, very low. They can just keep continuing this up if they really want to. Cleanse coming in onto the exhaust, and now they're going to be able to pick up that kill. Nass is coming in here, throws down the wither, the flash after the slow, and J4, misses the flag standard. Although, look at how much damage is coming in here. That would have been lights out for Apexi, and now they're going to finally take that last damage onto this turret. Diana rotating down as well. Nidalee fiercely trying to push in response to this, but it looks like they're finally going to be able to close out a dragon for themselves and pull even farther ahead. Already at a 4K lead, going to jump out to 5K, and Nidalee actually rotating top, so they're going to be able to get top turret, I believe. Renekton should be have that pretty low with backup here from Nidalee. Looks like she's hopping over as well. Although we'll see actually if this push continues. But Dragon picked up, a lot of turrets down. Map opened up for Team Clasik, and they just continue their systematic play that we've seen pretty much all tournament. Log going to go back, probably build up his BF. He's going to get pretty scary too after he starts to get those attack speed bonuses.
Yeah, and the problem is, even if Renekton did wanted to get out of lane and make a play, Vlad is going to be so good at pushing waves now that there's not much you can do, and you can't really stop Vlad from pushing it down. So Renekton does have to stay up here, does have to still play a part in lane, and Diana's flash will get burned.
Use your shield to eat a spear as it flies in there.
But now we're going to see 4 mid while Caitlyn is bot. They do not have any turret to fall back on, so careful is going to be the name of the game. Possibly if they can get some wards to cover it up. And Renekton is looking like he's about to get bullied as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting pushed a little bit here, trying to get in there, and a nice little stun combo in there to try to get the trade. But Vlad's sustain at this point is getting pretty insane. He can just keep rolling out Tides of Blood, increasing that damage and that sustain back in there. And Dystopia's just going over there, steal at the risk, keeping Apexi behind it. When you are ahead like this, actually, it is pretty good to actually turn your attention to the jungler. It's a really good way to actually stay ahead and keep the enemy team behind. DB Park now in a little bit of trouble. Pops all, gets popped up. We'll see if actually gets closed out here as J4 actually getting a lot of damage, but then we see the teleport coming in from Nidalee. She's going to try to run him down, but Tsunami actually flashing over the wall, counter flash, but Eliminate trying to get there. Is going to have that extra move speed, but over the wall goes, and I think Vlad just missed his ult, and that is painful. I thought he was going to hit that, but oh, the Wither, and that is the end of Dematic right there. No more fun in games for him, and yeah, I think he blew ult there and missed. Was counting on them to come right in, but they hesitated for just a second and didn't work out.
Oh, Diana's going to catch Panchie out of position, but realizes that there's a stun here to follow from Tarek.
Yeah, trying to put on juke boots. Oh, the slow actually stops the arrow, but doesn't matter. Panchie going to be able to run her down, so nice turn of events, some good pickup of kills.
They should be able to pick up a turret here. Caitlyn's going to be able to free farm here in bot lane, and they might be able to pressure mid lane for an additional turret.
I think they should be able to get it. Should be fairly low at this point. Actually, no, it's not. I thought Nidalee actually put damage on it earlier, but it looks like she just pushed up the wave and it's been backing off. So they do have some good poke here, but I think it'll probably be able to defend it at least 3v3 at this point. They won't be able to pick that one up.
So blue team's blue buff is going to be spawning here shortly. They really need to get Eliminate on that blue buff because that's really going to increase their siege potential. Now that the laning phase is going to start to break down with these outer turrets, if they start to group up, they're going to want to force fights where they can get start to poke at the beginning using Caitlyn and Nidalee, and then if potentially there's a good spear. Oh, and there's also a good heal.
And that's pretty good against poke comps. It's called Soraka, so or against poke in general. And we actually see J4 hopping over the wall there. Going to collapse on top turret. Going to feast on that as Vlad pushes up there. So nice by him, and probably going to see the rest of Team Clasik actually rotate to underneath this turret so they can actually defend this push that's starting to get pushed on here. Spear thrown. Lod recognizes it right away after Nidalee comes right out of cougar form into human form and stops her out there, but eats that one, but has the heals as they come in here. Diana going to be coming in, and now is the engagement time although backs off out of it, and J4 going to lead this one off. They've bunched up right here for a perfect Cataclysm. Follow this one up, and Nidalee just hanging out on the side wings, throwing spears, doing some work. And now we see Vlad actually trying to get back out of this, but he's doing his job, dealing that damage, and Law now cleanses out of that stun, and Tekken, not long for this world, going to be picked up. So a trade comes in there, 2 for 3, and a lot more healthy members of Clasik up right now as they start to push this one. Nidalee looking for maybe a kill onto Roshan. Oh, he moves just in time. Doesn't get picked up by that one. Cheeky move right there, but it looks like they should be able to take down this turret pretty easily, as well as top turret pushing us. So they could get a rotation off there, although it might be clear by the time they rotate over.
Yeah, right now they're just the ability to find a perfect fight, use of that Cataclysm, followed up with a Varus ult, and they have the sustain that they're not getting poked down because Roshan has these heals that are really keeping them in the fight. And even though Roshan's gonna get targeted here, will dodge a spear, and then the blessing comes up. So not much they can do here. Nasus hasn't been much of a factor at all.
Nope. I mean, he's been farming up Q, but I mean, it's not really as scary at this point. He's been dealt with, and they've been keeping him down. They killed him early, kept him behind, and hasn't really been able to get these fights. He's kind of waiting for a phase of the game that might not come to him as we move farther along in this game.
Yeah, right now they're kind of losing this game piece by piece. They did finally pick up two turrets, but they're still down 2 turrets. I think Dragon's gonna be up soon, and so it's you kind of question yourself. Okay, where are we gonna gain some advantages? Because they thought they had a perfect opportunity to siege mid. That got turned around. They picked up 2 quick kills, but then the cleanup resulted in another turret loss.
Dan actually has a blue plot as well as has finished that hourglass, so now she's fully ready to go on in the next engagement and be pretty safe in there. Is ahead of this Nidalee, who's trying to get to her Rabadon's death cap, very, very close to her to chunk out the enemy team as we see her coming in here. And now the poke is going to begin, but they got to be really, really careful as they push in here. This is a good counter initiative.
Vlad is up top, so if this engage goes poorly, that's going to be a 5v4.
Well, if it goes, it's going to be a 5v4. But Vlad rotating down right now pretty quickly. Actually still has a ghost as well. And yeah, they don't want any part of this. Looks like Nidalee's still just going to flank out to the side, throw out those spears, hope that she can land one, and maybe poke down them so they can't actually defend as well. But again, those heals just come in and pretty much to get that. So we might see actually a fight over this dragon as we see Lod going to start it off. The rest of the team kind of zoning out here near this choke point. And DB Park really doesn't have enough tankiness to get in on this. Is getting pushed out, and nice little dragon and positioning advantage there for Clasik. Very well done.
Yeah, they have so much zone potential with the fact that just anytime Jarvan wants to start a fight, he can. And Diana has so much burst right now. Just really, even just with she's only got the...
Oh, there's the engagement. Gets countered by the Vlad ult right off the back, and increase that damage. And it looks like Apexi going to get torn down right away, eliminated a lot of trouble here. Exhaust going down, and Diana's going to wrap that one up. Double kill, looking for more, looking for Tekken. Tekken's going to flash over the wall, kind of possibly be safe, but the Flag Center coming in here. Stuns the right as he tries to do the combo. Beautifully done by Tekken. Nice timing, but it looks like it might not be enough as we see Pneumatic trying to fish for this one. Tekken running for his life, so close to this one. And he's trying to do his best jukes, but oh no! He's cut off, and there's going to be the unofficial triple kill. Finally getting his kill in there. Now working his way onto this. Caitlyn's going to net out of this one, eating a lot of turret aggro, shields out a bit of the damage, but now working on this mid turret. DB Park very, very low here, and oh no, Lod again running him down. Matic meanwhile pushing top because he's not needed in the mid lane. He's gonna work his own lane.
It's like, you guys got this. Oh no, Panchie gonna get caught. And I think we're gonna see the end of the game really quickly.
Yeah, we're starting to see the death rattles coming here from BC Panchie, and Clasik just overwhelming them really as we've gone throughout this game. And there's the surrender. Congratulations to Team Clasik taking down the grand finals of RCCS in convincing fashion. Nice play by BC Panchie. throughout the tournament.
Yeah,
They had some really good games.
We didn't get an opportunity to see every team at the event, but through our group stages, we tried to jump around, catch teams that haven't played.
I think we casted every of the upper bracket teams.
Yeah, I think all the upper bracket teams did make an appearance here. All of those videos and replays will be up on YouTube at some point.
YouTube.com/Raiseyourweaponmedia.
Not tonight.
Probably tomorrow, because I'll be driving home and then falling asleep when I get home. But other than that, stay tuned. YouTube.com/Raiseyourweaponmedia should be up there. Also, follow our Twitch in the upper left-hand corner. We will be doing a lot more local events, LANs, as well as HGL casting and a lot of stuff that we do on the weekends. So follow us. You'll get an email whenever we do go live. And also you can follow me at PaddoCast on Twitter or at RYWmedia. But big and most importantly, thanks to our sponsors, Memory Express for providing all the hardware, RCCS for helping run the tournament, eSpot for providing the venue, and of course Battlefy for giving us this awesome tournament system to run tournaments like this. So I am Paddo, and I think that's it for me. Highwind, anything else to say as we close out? Just
want to say thanks to all the players. The Richmond, BC area has such a huge talent. I hope to cast more of you guys in the future. I hope to see you guys at more events. I'll definitely be up here for Vancouver. I'll be up for UBC. And I'll be working with a lot of these organizers to see if we can get more events for you guys. Because you guys such good player pool up here. So my shout-outs to the players. So thank you, and I guess the fans for tuning in, for watching us. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we're going to go ahead and head back south of the border.
Running back to America.
Less good players. Just kidding. Well, not really.
We're going back to the land of gold. Anyway.
the land of platinum, where you guys have diamonds up here. They're all shiny.
Yeah.
But thanks again.